Nonkulisa Angelica of South Africa 1. Testimony of a former devil worshipper. Dear friends, we are pleased to share with you this testimony of a former devil worshipper. It's the testimony of a young South African woman who has spent nearly a dozen years serving Satan and has climbed up the hierarchy during that time. This testimony is therefore simplified, quite short, but very rich. It is in 2 parts. We encourage you to read both parts and take the warnings that the Lord gives us through it very seriously. May the Lord grant you the grace to get rid of all worldly things and to sanctify yourselves while waiting for the sound of the trumpet. I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. My name is Nonkulisa Angelica. I am from Enzymeka and I was a graduate in space for 12 years. I was born in 1988. I'm 22 years old. I worked in space from an early age. I climbed up the hierarchy as I went along. There are different ranks in space. There are devil worshippers in the churches that don't know that they represent the devil, and there are devil worshippers that are capable of separating from their physical bodies to the spirit realm. I was one of those that separate from their bodies. I started experiencing dreams in my sleep, fighting like in the movies and prevailing in those fights in an urban area. The 3rd day this dream reoccurred, I heard a voice asking me whether I wanted to be this way. I said yes, and he said let's go. When we went, I separated from my body and a demon stayed with my body, and I went to work in space. When I arrived there, they gave me a code, and offered me blood, because you have to live on the blood of people to lose all human feelings and behave like an animal. There are numbers that represent each rank. The number 3 represents devil worshippers, 6 represents Satanists. A Satanist is someone who died a devil worshipper and is now living in the spiritual realm only. Number 9 represents Satan, king of demons, Lucifer, who was kicked out of heaven because of pride. I worked in space. At first, we were sent to cause accidents on the roads, so that the demons in space can get blood to drink. There are chiefs that govern in each place. For example, in Enzymeka, they have their chief who is a Satanist, as I have already explained, who is classified as a Satanist. If he needs blood, we would have to cause an accident in that area. When we would cause that accident, we would come in the spirit and no one would see us, and we throw a ring in front of the driver and he loses concentration and the car would drift off the road and people would die and the chief would get the blood. But we as new recruits didn't live off that blood. We were given that blood occasionally. Chiefs live in rivers mostly. They only go up to space when there are revivals and other church events. Satan lives in the sea. We as juniors lived on the blood we suck on regular living people. We stand next to a person, maybe at the bus stop or somewhere, and we start sucking it, especially if you have one of our products. The victim would feel tired and a little depressed, and they may think that they are just having a bad day. But it is mostly because a devil worshipper is sucking their blood in the spirit realm, but the victim does not die. But if you are a Christian saved and living a holy life, we couldn't suck your blood. If we try to do so, the spirit of the Christian would intercede for him mostly by a hymn and I would burn. Likewise, if we cause an accident with a Christian as one of the passengers, we wouldn't be able to drink that blood of people that died there, because the blood of the Christian would damage the blood in that blood bank, and if we were to drink that blood, we would be weak and unable to do our work. Satan and the chiefs could not drink it either. If a person is holy, that person does not use our products. G-string panties, those are our products. It was my duty to pronounce incantations and curses upon them. Earrings.